How does Medicaid affect the New York State estate tax? Have you ever wondered how Medicaid can influence the estate tax in New York State? This is an important topic for anyone involved in estate planning. Let's break it down in simple terms. First, the New York State estate tax applies to estates valued over a certain amount. For the year 2025, that threshold is $7,160,000. If an estate exceeds this amount, it can be taxed at rates that go as high as 16%. Now, let's talk about Medicaid. Medicaid is a government program that assists with long-term care costs. One key aspect of Medicaid is its estate recovery program. This program allows the state to recover funds spent on a Medicaid recipient's care after they pass away. This recovery applies to individuals who received Medicaid benefits after turning 55 or those who were permanently in facilities like nursing homes. So, how does this all connect? When Medicaid recovers funds from an estate, it can lower the overall value of that estate. This means that if Medicaid has paid for someone's care, the amount they recover can reduce the estate's assets. A smaller estate may lead to a lower estate tax liability since the tax is calculated based on the estate's net value. There are also certain assets that Medicaid cannot recover. For example, assets held in properly structured trusts, life insurance proceeds, jointly owned property, retirement accounts, and the primary residence under specific conditions are exempt. This means that if these assets are protected, they can help maintain the estate's value and potentially lessen the estate tax burden. Speaking of the primary residence, it is generally exempt from Medicaid eligibility calculations if a spouse lives there. However, after death, the home may still be subject to Medicaid recovery unless it is protected by trusts or other planning strategies. Planning for Medicaid can be quite strategic. Creating irrevocable trusts and gifting assets well before applying for Medicaid can help shield those assets. There is a 5-year look-back period, so timing is essential. Using spousal protections can also help preserve assets for heirs while managing estate tax exposure. In summary, Medicaid affects the New York State estate tax by potentially lowering the taxable estate through its recovery program. However, it is important to plan carefully to balance Medicaid eligibility and estate tax obligations. Coordinating these two aspects can help ensure that the estate retains as much value as possible for beneficiaries while complying with the laws.